What's going on, everyone? Happy Thursday. Hopefully everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy, having a great day so far, and well, I really hope you're testing negative for the viruses, especially COVID. It is time now for the Thursday edition of the Virus Update for Thursday, August 14th, 2025. If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. This is where I do the daily virus update on all those viruses that can make us sick. There's a lot of viruses out there, and you need to be informed with what's going on with them. That's what I do here on my channel each and every day. Want to stay informed? Subscribe down below, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, share this video with anyone you know, and of course leave your comments down below. Alrighty, we do have some news to talk about today, and we also have some new data, but we also got to talk about the data that's not coming in. Yeah, there appears to be some data blackouts or maybe some issues with the data. I honestly just do not know. And then, of course, we are going to take a look at some numbers today from CJS, kind of a midweek update, as he calls it. And I think we'll take a look at some wastewater sites as well. Starting off in Arizona, the COVID test positivity tops 11% as new variant spreads. Arizona is among the 12 states seeing higher positivity rates for COVID-19 tests compared to the rest of the country, according to new CDC data. Why it matters? Positivity rates are popping off as the Stratus variant, the XFG variant, surges throughout the country. Summer outbreaks of COVID aren't surprising, especially as many children head back to school, but this recent wave comes as the health secretary talks about changing federal vaccine recommendations. We still don't know what the deal is going to be with the fall booster. It's sounding like there will be no fall booster. Some people are saying, yay, enough with that. Other people are saying, this is horrible. I get it. I totally get it. For those who want to get a booster, you should be able to get a booster that is, altered to the latest variant of COVID. And well, this is a problem. Here's states with the highest positivity rates. New Mexico, 12%. Texas, 12%. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, all 12%. Nevada, 11.3%. Arizona, 11.3%. California, 11.3%. Alaska, 11.1%. Washington, 11.1%. Oregon, 11.1%. And Idaho is currently at 11.1%. The rest of the country is between 5% and 9.9%. Alrighty, moving on now to this. Senator Angela Alsobrooks this morning announced that she had tested positive for COVID. And she put, this morning I tested positive for COVID-19. Out of abundance of caution, I will not be attending our scheduled events this weekend. I will continue to work remotely to serve the people of Maryland. A United States Senator, and what's even more surprising is that they actually announced it. This will eventually make it into the positive for COVID archives, and who knows, I may find that she previously had COVID. Right now, I am not seeing that. I have not looked it up as of yet. All right, let's take a look at the latest update out of the UK. Cases for the UK did go up this week. Earlier today, I kept refreshing this page, kept coming up with an error message, but it did come up, and it looked like the chart had shown that the positivity rate dropped. I don't know. It's saying 7.2% here. That seems like a rise. Let's continue on. 1,194 new cases. That's up by 143 or 13.6%. Deaths are down 37. The number in healthcare, that finally did update, and it says 819. That does look like it is an increase. Let's go down to that chart that shows the positivity rate. And it looks like the positivity rate this week, from July 31st up until August 8th, a little bit flat at this time, which means it didn't go higher, but it also did not drop. Let's also take a look at some other stuff from the UK. We can see influenza. This was as of August 14th. The positivity rate looks like for influenza went up ever so slightly to 1.89. How about measles? Anything going on there? Looks like measles cases. 674 measles cases reported. 96 in the past 4 weeks. All right, got to give you a note about the United States when it comes to measles. Take a look at this. Notice the data on this page will not be updated on Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. CDC will resume updates as soon as possible. This is ridiculous. This is just part one of several parts of data blackouts you are going to see today. We'll get to another one a little later in the video. Speaking of measles, though, we do have a couple of measles news story. In Colorado, there is a child that is currently hospitalized with measles, and this person did travel to Mexico to Colorado. Health officials announced the case on Wednesday and said the child, who is from Adams County, has not received the measles, mumps, or rubella vaccine. We see this so many times, but in this case, the child is hospitalized. All right, New Mexico reports that they now have 100 measles cases, according to the Department of Health. So New Mexico measles cases do continue to rise at this time. Taking a look at what's going on with Canada, COVID-19 viral activity level is moderate, flu A is low, flu B is low, and RSV is listed at low at this time. All right, taking a look at what's going on with the air qualities in the United States, if we can, hopefully this will load for us, and you're going to see that, yeah, there continues to be problems across the Great Lakes. And take a look at this. In the Northwest, in Vancouver, yeah, some purple and maroon showing up there. That's not good. Look at Los Angeles in California. That's also not good. Colorado, yeah, some problems there. And generally, a lot of yellow in many different places across the United States. Taking a look at what's going on in Pinellas County, Florida. And wow, we haven't seen this in about over a week. Take a look at the number of sick person calls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At least 9 of them. That's the most we've seen in a while. Could COVID have started to go back up there again? I don't know. We'll have to check wastewater in that area. In fact, I think we will do that today. We're adding that to today's update. All right, taking a look at what's going on with EMS calls in Philadelphia for yesterday. There it is. Yikes. 880 EMS calls. Let's make sure we get that retweeted. Very important. All right, part 2 of data blackout. Still no update from Philadelphia when it comes to the COVID situation. Usually we get a monthly update, and, well, there is no update. All right, continuing on, taking a look at this. Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, currently has 13 EMS calls at this time. You can see dehydration. It is a hot day here. Cardiac emergency. Yeah, a bunch of things going on. Take a look at this just a little bit earlier. In Chester County, Pennsylvania, we noted that there were 4 sick person calls at once. That's not good. There's been an increase in trend in the number of sick person calls. Taking a look at what's going on there right now, we see stroke is showing up a couple times. Hey, heat stroke, it is real. Heart problems showing up several times. That's not good. Taking a look at what's going on in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, and you can see here there are currently 11 ambulance calls at the moment right now. Pennsylvania in general, taking a look at what's going on with the hospital situation, we do see Lehigh Valley, which is known as Allentown, Bethlehem, and Easton. We do see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hospitals dealing with problems, and then just south of there, another hospital dealing with a problem, 2 in southeast Pennsylvania, 1 up near Pottsville, Pennsylvania. How about New Jersey today? Let's see what's going on there. New Jersey does have a few problems with patient volume issues. Centra State has adult emergency department patient volume. Cooper University Hospital has patient volume, and that is it. Now for part 3 of the data blackout. Pennsylvania did not update still for the weekly wastewater update or anything, so that is not good whatsoever. And already we got to go to part 4 of the data blackout. Something is going on in New York State. Notice here, the cases, they were going up and they were starting to go up faster, and then suddenly it dropped, and suddenly it's starting to drop faster. There could very well be missing data here, and some are saying, well, maybe it actually is dropping there. That's a possibility, but, when you look at the rest of the New York State dashboard, I showed this yesterday, I'll show it again today. Take a look at wastewater, for example. There's a lot of wastewater sites offline. So, and this has been the case for a while, but now maybe it's starting to carry over to case reporting. I honestly just do not know, but something is clearly going on there. Take a look at this. This is the hospitalizations in New York State. 349 people hospitalized and 37 people in the ICU at this time. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in Ohio, and we do have a very concerning trend here. Look at the number of hospitalizations. 147. The previous week was at 111. If my math is correct, that is 36 higher. Pretty big increase. It's probably a double, without doing the math, Isn't that a double-digit percentage-wise increase? I think it is. Yeah, that's not good. All right, we're going to take a look at some wastewater data in just a second, but first, let's go over to CJS for some midweek numbers. First off, Monday, he says New York had 428 new cases. Puerto Rico had 1,230 cases. An extra updates worth of numbers was included in that tally. Texas, weekly delayed until Monday. This has happened a couple times now, where Texas gets delayed from the CDC or whoever. 3,503 new cases, a 20.13% jump from the prior week. 634 CDC reported hospitalizations. This is bad. A 21% jump from the prior week. And 12 deaths reported by the CDC data tracker. The CDC updates were from Friday. Tuesday, Florida reports a daily 2-day update of 2,685 new cases and 2 new deaths. New York, a daily number, 385 new cases. Puerto Rico, 520 new cases. Only 3 of the day's 4 updates are included in that count. Maryland, it's still going up. 1,123 new cases and 1 new death. Virginia had over 2,500 new cases this week. 2,544 new positive tests. 2,395 for the week of August 3rd to the 9th. And 10 deaths reported by the CDC data tracker last Friday. Wednesday, which was yesterday, Florida reported 1,784 new cases and 17 new deaths. One, which I believe it, from April 2020? Come on now. They found a death from 2020. Okay. New York, 325 new cases. Puerto Rico, daily number of 1,177 new cases and 11 new deaths. Nevada, 986 new cases, includes 12 days of case data and 9 new deaths. First report of new deaths from Nevada since just after Memorial Day. That's a long time. Oregon, weekly number, 256 new positive tests all over the past 5 weeks, a test case positivity rate of just over 10% each of the past 2 weeks. It really fluctuates, he says, in Oregon. And 4 new state reported deaths. Washington, weekly update, 635 emergency department visits, another new 2025 high, though the increase is not as great as last week's increase, and 6 new deaths. He also notes New York State. He puts also, for whatever reason, New York's daily numbers for positive COVID tests since this past weekend has seen a bit off since Sunday. Yeah, I'm seeing that as well. I don't understand what is going on in New York State with those weird numbers, how they start to go up faster and then they drop a little and then they start dropping faster, all within a matter of just a few days. All right, let's take a look at a couple places we have not looked at in a while. First off, the Northeast is now listed at high on Wastewater Scan. I do want to show you Boston, but before that, I got to show you this. If you're someone that likes to browse Wastewater Scan and you go to view the dashboard and you click on the Northeast region, please X this out. This is just random. It goes from August 6th, the number was 194, that shoots all the way up to 407. There, yeah, something is clearly off about that. But nonetheless, we do have some concerning wastewater sites. Boston, Massachusetts. And that's not Boston, Massachusetts. We want to take a look at Boston. We may have to refresh the page. Let's do that. You're going to see that Boston is seeing a pretty significant rise at this point. There we go. Yeah, take a look at this. Over several updates and leveled off. Now it's going up again. Boston, Massachusetts is in the high category when it comes to COVID. Also noting norovirus is starting to go up there as well. And that's something I'm going to keep an eye on because there's multiple wastewater sites now showing norovirus starting to rise in various different parts of the United States. Hepatitis A detection there on August 6th. Now let's go up to Vermont. Take a look at this. This is new, I believe, as of today. Essex Junction, Vermont, right near Burlington. Yeah, it's listed at high, and you can see here, it's been having like these waves, up, down, but now it's more so up than it is down. It's, matter of fact, it is quickly starting to go up there. So that is concerning. And the fact that it's going up so fast, that may be what partly messed up some of the Northeast region. Nonetheless, concerning. Take everything as if it really was to be happening. Also, take a look at Bridgewater, New Jersey. This is new today. Now, you may recall the past couple of virus updates, not today, but the past couple updates. We talked about Penn Princeton Medical Center when we showed you the dashboard for New Jersey. You know, when we go to this dashboard right here and it shows Penn Princeton Medical Center, trust me, it is here. The point I'm trying to make is there's no problem there today, but the past couple days we did see diverts going on there. In other words, the emergency department was overwhelmed and they're saying, please give us no more patients. Well, take a look at this. Wastewater is starting to go back up there again for COVID. I don't know if it was diverting because of COVID. I'm just saying, interesting. I try to make a connection somewhere if I can. All right, let's go down and take a look at Pinellas County, Florida area, or we'll just say Clearwater, St. Petersburg area. We just saw that all those sickness calls. And take a look at this. Remember they saw that big drop? Now look, it's going back up once again. And probably this would be the first indicator. Then people test positive. And then within a few days later, the EMS calls start going up. I mean, you can make the connection here pretty easy. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, St. Petersburg is, wow, this is really bad. This is the northwest side. Let's check the other one. I hope this one's better. I haven't looked at this. I'm looking at this. Okay, this one's a little bit better, but yeah, the two northern sites are going straight up. And once again, let's go back to Pinellas County, Florida. Take a look at this. We're going to refresh this, make sure it's up to date. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I mean, you're seeing the wastewater, and now you're seeing the ambulance calls. At least a couple of these calls got to be COVID related. I mean, if there was no COVID wave, would they have this many sick person calls right now? Honestly, I think the answer would be no. Mississippi, seeing high waste. Look at Birmingham, Alabama. Seeing high wastewater for COVID there as well. Let's take a look at Village Creek. Yeah, that's starting to go up higher. That's not good. Let's go out somewhere on the West Coast now. How about, Las Vegas is coming in high. And, yikes, that's starting to go up faster. That's not good whatsoever. Let's take a look at San Francisco and see what's going on there. Oceanside, San Francisco, it's actually going down a little bit. That's good to report. Now let's go over to the Midwest. Gotta be fair. Wow, I'm seeing a lot of high sites here in Michigan. Man, Michigan's trending in the wrong direction. Yikes. Yeah, I'm just randomly clicking on it here. Ann Arbor is going up. It slowed off a little bit, but yikes, that's not good. What's going on in just north of Detroit? Warren, Michigan. How about this? Yeah, Warren, Michigan is trending higher. Let's see. Wisconsin's still coming up low. Minnesota, St. Cloud, Minnesota. You're listed high. I wonder, is that still going up higher? Yeah, and it's starting to pick up the pace. So you know what, my friends? We got a lot of new hotspots showing up today. And unfortunately, Florida, once again, or at least the region that we just looked at, let's look at some other areas in Florida. I wonder, are other portions of Florida starting to go back up again? Well, no, Orlando, at least at that wastewater site, was not. Whoa, look at Southwest Orange. I hope this is not accurate. That is going straight upward. Yikes. Florida may be going for a round 2 now. I hate to say it. Miami was dropping at the end there. If that's believable, it may be trying to show an upward movement once again. How about Jupiter, Florida? Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, Jupiter, Florida was dropping and then it went back up slightly again. Alrighty, folks, that does it for today's virus update. Yikes, that's a lot of hotspots I just showed you. That means there's a lot of places that are swimming in COVID right now. Please be safe. If you enjoyed today's update, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit that notification bell, share this video with anyone you know. And, of course, leave your comments down below. And if you want to support the channel, there's ways to do that down below, including becoming a member. Alrighty, folks, I will see you again tomorrow for CDC Update Friday. Hopefully we get that. Hopefully we get some other data as well. Until I see you again tomorrow, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a fantastic Thursday evening. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.